Alright, what's up, y'all? So today we're changing out the water pump on my 2019 Cam Challenger scatpack. I got a few more things than just the cam, but I'll get into that in another video. Today we're just gonna be changing out the water pump. Kind of been running it too hard. As you can see, I done blew my damn water pump. So it's leaking all over my dampener and leaking down and leaving puddles at night. So we're gonna get that changed out. I'm just draining the coolant right now. Had to jack it up. These springs I got on here, but I'm just emptying it into my oil pan. I ain't really using that for oil change anymore. And I'm just draining that. Just draining it straight from the main drain right there. That's the knob right there to drain it. To drain out all your coolant. And you wanna do that if you're changing out like a thermostat, water pump, anything coolant related VTC, you know. I just know pretty much like the basics and stuff. I can't really tear down the engine and all that, but you know, I can do enough to get me by. So I just wanted to give y'all, you know, I ain't used to YouTube stuff and all that, so I'll see where this goes. I'll give y'all a full rundown once it's back up and running. It's got quite a few things going on with this thing. It ain't no regular scatpack. Might look like it, but not. Don't believe what you hear on the internet either. They still slow. But yeah, I'm gonna just let this coolant drain, and then I'm gonna just start tearing into it. I'll keep y'all updated. I'll be right back. All right, now that the coolant is pretty much drained out, almost. I know there's still gonna be a little bit in the line still, but what I'm gonna start now is just like popping off the thermostat housing hose. I'm gonna pop off the belt, hit the tensioner pulley, pop off the belt, and then just start taking stuff apart. I know last time I took my cold air intake off to get to everything. I'm gonna see if I can avoid doing that, but if I have to, then I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. But as it's looking right now, I don't think I have to. I just gotta take the belt off and all these hoses and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that, and I will just keep y'all updated on every little thing I take off, I guess. All right, just bear with me. All right, so I just got my thermostat housing hose off. It's gonna be two 13mm bolts. Simple, right there. That's my thermostat right there. It's a Mishimoto 180 thermostat. I know I've been seeing a lot of people run the thermostat deletes. I've been thinking about that, but so far this thing been doing me good. It's been keeping me good temps and all that. Been doing its job. It's actually my third one. I went to the factory one. Factory one went out on me. I went to one of the AutoZone ones, like the Mural or something like that. That got stuck on me, so I just eventually just said, forget it. I'm going with the Mishimoto, and it's been on here. It's been doing me good. Been doing its job. But yeah, let me keep going. Get this thing tore down. I'll be right back. So I just took this hose off. It's just gonna be this clamp. You pinch it, pull the clamp back, pop the hose off. But you're gonna, I don't know if this one calls. Oh yeah, see, I'm gonna have to use that fitting, so we can't lose that. Well, just can't leave it on the old one. Pretty much gonna use all the old fittings if we ain't getting any new fittings. Only thing we're really changing is the water pump and the gasket. So yeah, let me pop this belt off and keep going. All right, so I had to move this hose to the side just so I can get to the bottom water pump hose. You can see that right there. Yeah, so got the belt off. I got everything off. I got the sensor off right there. I think the only thing I would have to do is pop this off where I'm pretty sure my leak is from. I had a lot of coolant around there. Yeah, let me just pop all these bolts off and get the water pump in my hand, and then show you everything you got to transfer over. All right, just keep up with me. All right, so there should be all the hoses. That should be all the bolts. I wind up having to take the tensioner pulley off for the belt that attaches to the water pump, because you got to get to the bottom side bolt. There's a bolt on the bottom of it, and the pulley doesn't allow you access to it, so you got to take that off. I think it was a 16 millimeter I used. It pops right off. I got all the rest of the bolts out. Come to find out, I was missing 2 bolts. I guess whenever, I don't know, I remember having all of them on there last time I did the water pump. But yeah, that's off the subject. Anyways, you want to make sure you keep your bolts lined up exactly how they go. Try and keep like a number pattern, because it's gonna be short, long, short, long, short, long, and then it's like different sizes bolts in the middle. And yeah, just keep all your stuff organized. And see, I got all that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use my little pry bar to pop the water pump off so I can get that hose off, and then the water pump should be in my hands, and I'll see you guys in. Okay, now I remember why I had to take the cold air intake off. This hose, this line right here, this line right here is mounted to your block on a bracket. So I'm trying to jimmy my water pump out without messing nothing up, but worst comes to worst, I'll just take my intake off. That way I can get to the bracket and take that one bolt off. One bolt stopping the show right now. I'll be right back. All right, so now that I got the water pump, hold on, focus. Now that I got the water pump in my hand, I wasted a lot, but I couldn't really tell where it was leaking from until I looked at the actual water pump. And right where I kind of suspected it was leaking, from that port right there, you can see where it's been constantly running and dripping down. And it was dripping down right on top of my harmonic balancer. And I guess I thought it was a hose at first, so I started inspecting. I was like, wait, it's dripping down from my trans, and then it's dripping down from my harmonic balancer. And then I'm like, wait, my water pump's right above there. So I went, checked out my water pump. Couldn't really find a leak at first until today, to start breaking it down. And I was like, okay, yeah, it's definitely my water pump. So and it actually could just be an O-ring. Well, we'll replace the whole water pump anyway. Get the O-rings changed out, get all the seals changed out, and just have a new water pump on there. All right, I'll be right back. Oh, and another thing is, here's where the tensioner pulley goes on your water pump. You're gonna wanna take that sensor out. You're gonna wanna take that fitting off. And you're gonna wanna get this idler pulley off of there, because you're gonna transfer all that over to the new water pump. This main pulley, you don't have to worry about that. That's the water pump pulley. All right, so I pretty much got everything transferred over to the new water pump sensor, hose plug. I leave that off until I get it on there, because it's blocking the bottom bolt. Got the pulley on there, put the gasket on there. Now let's get this thing back mounted on there. I replaced the O-ring on that fitting. No O-ring, so let's put it back together and see what happens. All right, so we got the new water pump just in and fitted. Got that back on. I gotta tighten up the bolt for his bracket. I'm gonna work on doing that, and then getting like the hoses on and all that while everything's out the way. And then I'll probably bolt it up and then start putting everything else back on. So I'll be right back. All right, so I got it all tightened down. I went ahead and did the lower water pump hose, since that's the hardest clamp to deal with. Oh my goodness, man. If y'all have replaced these water pumps, you already know. But anyways, I got everything tightened down. I'm gonna go ahead and put my tensioner pulley back on. Go ahead and throw the thermostat back in there, get the hoses all connected and all that. And after that, shoot, guess we fire it up. We'll put the belt back on, of course. And after all that, fire it up, fill it up, fire it up. Let's give y'all a little cold start. Alright, so I got everything on there. Hoses, sensors, I got the belt back on there. Attention to pull it close. Just gotta put the thermostat housing hose back on, get it filled up, and then start it up, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I got everything back on. I got cooling in there. Did burp it. I'm going to start it to get it through the system now, so I can get an accurate reading on how much cooling I got in there. And yeah, let me give you guys a start real quick. Alright, so hopefully I don't need to jump, but we'll see. There it is. Alright, so let's try this again. Get it up to temp and just make sure everything checks out. But I mean, that's pretty much water pump installation on a 392. I think 5.7s have the same thing, so it might be the same stuff. But yeah, and I'll start making more videos and get more in depth with what I got going on with this 392. Future plans. I actually have vlogs coming like really soon. Like really soon. It's still on the A3 and everything, but she goes 7.0 and 8 right now. Stock nanny, stock throttle body, stock injector, stock fuel pump on 93. But pretty much everything else has been touched. It's not stroked out or anything, it's still a 392.